This is a game called Your Boyfriend. This is only a demo. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. I'm Creeper, by the way, in case you didn't know. It was brought to my attention by someone I follow on Tumblr. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, it went back to the... That's fine. That's fine. I'll keep talking anyway. This game contains a lot of explicit things. This is a warning. When I was looking at it, from where I saw it, it also involves, like, stalking and kidnapping and a lot of... It's a little triggering, apparently. I don't really care. I'm gonna play it, because it seems interesting. This is only a demo. This is day 1. Here we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I was not warned about jump scares. Fuck. I pressed play! That's all I did! Jesus Christ. I should turn down my volume, because oh my god. I am Creeper. That's me. Turning down my volume first, because oh my god. Okay. Welcome, Creeper. You two have fun. I will? Maybe? My life has been chaotic. Yeah, probably. My family broke out into another fit of drama, so I left the nest, ran straight to college, and got an apartment and a job. But lately, my job at a greasy spoon diner has been unbearable. The job doesn't pay the best, so that meant I had to find a roommate to afford an apartment. And now my roommate is always bringing some dropout into our apartment for late-night study sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and, even better, the rent on the apartment is late. I had heard once that if you became a roommate with a friend, or become a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. In my case, the friendship gets strained thinner as my friend keeps making excuses why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Oh, well, that's not great. Thanks to that deadbeat, I'm working harder just to lose money on the rent. I'm nearly broke, and getting a second job feels like it will kill me. I mean, probably. At least in this park I have some alone time. That's what I meant to say. Nice basket. I've always loved this part of the park. It's untouched by obnoxious family members and college jerks. It is very nice. It's clean. There's a... Hell, the trash basket is empty, too. The only people who come here are the groundskeepers. Even then, they only come by in the morning. Makes sense? Dark. Closing my eyes, I rub my face and huff out the tension in my lungs, so that I could calm down enough to enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then I feel someone sit down beside me. Startled, I turn and look towards the interloper. Oh, hello!
Oh, hey! Take it easy,
oh,
it's
you have voices.
just me.
You have a voice! I didn't realize you'd have a voice! I don't know who you are, though. The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench.
You're a jumpy one, aren't ya?
Yes. Yes, I am. He smiles and scoots himself closer to me, shyly and awkwardly. I keep my eyes on him, unsure of what his intentions are. His unblinking eyes don't stray from mine. Not once. That's fine.
So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend?
I am waiting for neither.
Just seems kind of odd for you to be sitting out here, all alone like this, and so far away from the jogging track.
Well, you're sitting beside me, so... A chill runs down my spine. I cross my arm over my chest and slide myself away from him and closer to the edge of the bench. I'm gonna fall off. How often does a sane person walk up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? Pretty often, depending on how friendly they are, honestly. Not often, for me at least. Yeah, that makes sense. He picks up on my knees and refrains from sliding any closer. He crosses his fingers in between his legs and smiles warmly. Oh, the voice is gone. I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper, or one of the old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. No, I'm just getting some alone time to myself. Things have been pretty intense lately. He scoots himself even closer, his hand nearly touching mine as he smiles shyly. Look at that face. Look at that face.
Look, I know this is sudden. Very sudden. But if you're free tonight, can I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
Can you? Can I have the pleasure? Never mind. He was the weird one. I can't tell if he's a bit awkward or just eccentric. I would assume both. What? Why? Why did he have such an interest in me?
Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
What is... Oh, right. I forgot. There's also a little bit of fourth wall break. Question mark, question mark, question mark. My boyfriend? Why would he be so assuming we are in a relationship? There's an awkward silence as a stranger sits, patiently waiting for my answer. Dinner does sound nice. Apparently there's a timer on these, so that's great. I guess? It's not like I am doing anything otherwise. Anyways, and it would be a nice break from the monotony. God knows I could stand to forget my problems for a few hours, and this guy seems interesting enough to keep my mind off things. Really? That's great. He beams, taking hold of my hand into his own. I'll see you tonight at 7. He was about to stand up from the bench, but pauses abruptly when he realizes that he was forgetting something. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a place to meet up. Sorry, I know that I sound absent-minded, but I'm just so excited. How about that old diner downtown? It's nice and quiet, so no one will disturb us. Diner downtown? Which one? Did the text change? I feel like it changed. You know, the one that you work at. Sir. Sir. Oh. Okay. Great! See you tonight. Just like that, he hurries off with a leap in every step, looking as though he had just won the lottery. I watch him as he disappears down a path that bends around a shallow hill and out of view. The park was quiet again, and the serene loneliness sets in once more. It's just me and a few songbirds singing in the nearby tree. I sit for a while, replaying the strange encounter in my head a few times. Trust me, I'm doing that a lot. I suppose that I should what is speaking? I suppose that I should feel flattered that he took such an interest in me. I can't tell if meeting someone like that is normal or not. It's nothing like I've seen in movies or television. But then again, if I were a Hollywood attractive, maybe it would be so normal that it would be almost annoying. True. I feel my cheeks flush as I think about him saying, "Can I have the pleasure?" A shy smile creeps from the corner of my mouth. He must be as new to this as I am. What a shy, awkward guy. Yeah, that's him. That's it. The bird stops singing as I feel a knot grow in the pit of my stomach. That's not good. How did he know where I work? You didn't question that until now?! Me?! Dad's damn diner! That's a nice diner. 7 p.m. I show up at the diner, feeling rather unusual about meeting someone at the place that I work at for a completely spontaneous dinner date. And with a complete stranger who knew that I worked here. Weird. I take a seat at its booth towards the back. There is scraping. Ah! The dinner isn't very busy. Dinner? Diner. Isn't very busy tonight, which is less unusual than most people would assume. Even though I work here, this isn't where I would choose to eat at. Maybe he was another customer that I had never paid attention to. While I work, I let my mind drift, and after a while I do my job as if I were on autopilot. I don't really pay that much attention to names and faces, even towards regulars. Maybe he was one of those regulars, building up his courage to ask me out every day, but kept losing his nerve. It's kind of a cute thought, but do I really want this to be a thing? Taking my seat, I wait. I look at the old-fashioned neon light clock that hangs over the jukebox. He is 5 minutes late. I might as well buy myself a milkshake while I wait. I didn't even... A waitress on tonight's staff shift? I can read. Is surprised to see me at the dinner... I cannot read. I lied on my day off. I imagine that she will tell me job loyalty is one thing, but the food here isn't worth writing home about. After serving the stuff for a few months now, I agree with her. But at least the milkshakes are good. They're really old-fashioned kind, made with real ice cream and ingredients, not the powdered mix and flavored syrups like the fast food places. Is that the case? I didn't know that. I don't like... That's not pleasant. The waitress must have been less busy than I assumed, because she brought my shake to me only a few minutes later. I'm mildly concerned. I pull the spoon from the vintage-looking ice cream glass and lick it clean. So good. I stir at the shake a little before I take a sip. A man rushes in through the diner's front door. He looks like he ran the whole way here with something tucked carefully in his arm. I immediately recognized his sleeveless hoodie and blue shirt. He quickly scanned the diner in a bit of a panic. He was running late and probably thought that I may have already left, but I didn't. I was one of the few people in the diner, but he still didn't seem to see me very quickly. I wave him over. A smile of relief spreads across his face. Still winded, he hurries down the rows of booths and sits across from me. What's that? Oh, look, a box! You're late. I know. I'm so sorry. I had to make a quick stop. He speaks between breaths. I don't know where he came from, but he must have ran the whole way when he realized that he was running late. Giving a timid smile, he pulls out the long white box that he was carrying. He places it on the table and slides it over to me. Here, I brought this for you. Thinking about earlier today in the park, I might have been a little creepy to ask you on a date on the spot. I thought I might get you a little something as a way of apologizing. If it was awkward for you, of course. You got something? That smile! Jesus Christ, that smile! That's not a serial killer smile. You got something for me? Really? It better not be a severed ear. Or fingers. Or something. Opening the box, I look inside. I see 2 long stem roses with deep red petals. The thorns were removed and they were bound by a shimmering black silk ribbon. Oh. Oh. That's such a nice image. I wish I could actually see them. Oh god, that face. Jesus, look at that face. He smiles as I take the roses out of the box gently, and as if the thorns were still on the stems. I draw the aroma in deeply. They are so wonderfully fresh and fragrant. It's no bouquet or anything, but I thought they looked nice. They do look nice. He watches me admire his gift. They are very nice. Thank you. I just have the most... The smile won't go away. Partially because it's awkward, partially because, look at that face! I can't not smile back. I place the roses gently back into their box. He can't possibly grin any wider. He realizes that he is staring at me, maybe just a little too long for comfort, so he reverses his eyes shyly. But there were a few nagging questions that have been hanging over me like a storm cloud. And while he was in a good mood, I figured that I should inquire a little about this cute but bizarre stranger. Dinner in a greasy spoon diner. What? With a stranger carrying a box of roses didn't seem ordinary, and I had to make sure that he wasn't going to propose at the cash register. Yeah, that'd be a little... I stir the milkshake with a straw for a second or two. So, how did you know that I work here? Oh, well, I walk by this place rather often on my walks. I catch glimpses of you through the window from time to time while you're working. I tried coming in, but I got cold feet and just kept walking. Oh, like a loser. Oh no! He glares down the table shamefully. No, man, oh man! I reach over and give his hand a reassuring pat. I thought that said head for a second. I thought I just head patted this guy. I had to take a step back there. No, you're not a loser. Whoa, that smiles back immediately. Do you know what? I don't even know your name. My name? The smile on his face fades into a slight grimace before his gaze drifts off to the side. I really don't like my name. Honestly, I'd rather be called something else, like a nickname or something. Is it that bad? You must have a really horrible name or really horrible parents I wants to disassociate with. How about... I want to just call him boy, but that's... no. Look at that face. Look at him. Look at his face. What do you call a face like that? What? The only name that comes to mind is Edward, but that doesn't really fit in my head. I love this music, though. I really don't know what to call him. Help. Chicken. No. What if I just called him loser? I'm not gonna do that. Fuck it, I'll go with Edward. I can think of nothing else. How about Edward? He seemed pleased with what I came up with, despite how silly or tacky it may have been. I mean, I almost went with boy with an I, so... much better. Yeah, that's much better, honestly. Thank you. I reassure him and give his hand another gentle squeeze. The expression of disgust instantly evaporates into delight over the name I gave him. He's back to smiling. Wow, I didn't realize until now, but he has the same really... has some really beautiful blue eyes. Oh, I noticed immediately. The vivid color left me taking in their deep blue hue, and I didn't realize that I was staring until he spoke up. Are we having a moment or what? I mean, it seems like it. A blush spreads across my cheeks as he squeezes my hand back. Sorry. I pull my hand from his, cursing myself for staring like that. Wow, no, I'm the awkward one. I look away shyly. I can feel the heat radiating from my cheeks, and I imagine them glowing bright red like a Christmas light. The thought makes my cheeks warmer, and probably even more red. He chuckles and shakes his head. Hey, there's nothing to be sorry for. He reassures me with a soft smile. He looks around for something to break the tension, and his eyes fall upon my milkshake. Hey, I was supposed to buy you something. Well, you kind of already did. I point to the box of roses. Besides, we could share this? Just as long as I get the cherry. Deal? Milkshake towards him. He looks to the side, reaching over to take it. Man, our first date and you're the one buying. I'm very terrible at this. Well, how about you buy next time? That sounds like we're going on a second date. His eyes go wide and he stares at me with surprise.
Next time? You want to meet up again?
Voice? You very randomly have voice, and then you don't. I'm confused. Well, this wasn't a total disaster, right? So, yeah. His face glows red as I imagined mine had, and he stammers wildly as all of his thoughts unexpectedly evaporate in an explosion of joy. I mean, I guess it wasn't. I mean, I don't think so, but I don't want to argue with you. It was cute seeing him struggle for a coherent thought while he trying to contain his happiness. I can barely speak English. His happiness of being with me, of all people. Still, as much as I was enjoying his company, and regardless of how flattering it had been, I couldn't stay long. I look out the window in a bit of an exaggerated way in order to get his attention. It's getting dark, and I don't like walking home late at night. How about we continue this on our next date? Sitting up from my seat, I pull one of the napkins from the dispenser. Do you have a pen? Oh, I think I do. He pulls one from his pocket and hands it to me. I write down... God, why? I write down my name and number, and smiling, pass the pen and napkin back to him. Here, call me and we can hang out again soon, okay? Taking pen and napkin from my hand, he gazes down at the number in complete awe before looking back up at me. Of course, I'd love to see you again. Goodbye. Edward. That's what I called you. I walk to the register, pay for the shake, and with another quick look back at him, I wave and leave the diner. I walk more quickly to try and make it back to the apartment before nightfall. It gets colder outside, but for some reason I feel warm the whole walk back. Interesting. He surely will not appear in my apartment. I didn't read up anything about this, I just saw doodles of the guy, and it seemed interesting. Everything was quiet at my apartment, except for the rummaging sound of my roommate's study partner in the kitchen. Right, I forgot that's a thing. I shield my eyes and I walk past. They have a habit of walking around naked after their study sessions, and I don't even want to see if they were dressed this time. Can't blame myself. I wouldn't want to see it either. I don't bother to turn on the lights in my room. I flop down on my bed, face first into the mattress, and limbs spread out like a star. Hell yeah. Letting out a loud and long groan, I eventually roll onto my back and stare up at the ceiling. It was a rather eventful day. I got a little quiet time and I even made a new acquaintance, despite how I got off on the wrong foot at first. Did we? I mean, you scared me, that's about it. Too tired to get up and find a vase or glass for the rose, I set it on my nightstand. I probably should be saving? I don't bother getting undressed. I pull the blankets over myself, roll over, and let myself drift off to sleep. Oh, there's a silhouette in the window. I saw that. I saw it. I definitely saw it. End of day 1. Why does it do that? I'm gonna move my headphones just in case. It's fine. That was the end of the video, and goodbye.